Okay, here's a demonstration of the PowerPoint show located on page 30 in the purple book. There are directions on how to do it in the book. These may not be exactly the same way since I'm doing it live here, but I'm looking on page 30. Of course, PowerPoint is a very popular package nowadays, and just about everybody can pick up how to do it very easily. The learning curve on it is very short. But of course there's the right way to do it, and that's why you need to look at those rules, especially rules 1 through 4 on the previous pages there. Those are the main things. We want you to learn how to do PowerPoint, but we want you to learn how to do it right. Okay, in Office 2007 and PowerPoint 2007, that's what we'll be working in here. I'm going to be sure I go back to the home page here. Normally, first thing, of course, you start with a title. You can type the title in all caps, or with just the main words capitalized. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes consistency matters more than anything else. Turn off the cap lock, and I like the names to have some kind of symmetrical form, so that's why I put by, and then in your case you'll put whatever your name is here. And I've got pretty well the first title slide here done. Not all shows have to start with a title slide. They can start with what you call teaser slides to get the audience's attention at the beginning, but certainly one of the rules is that you have to have the title and the name of the presenter somewhere early in the show. Okay, we've done the first slide, then we go up to where it says new slide up at the top left up there, and click on it, and it adds the slides and automatically goes to this particular layout. You can go to the layout function and change the layout if you wish, but this is standard. This is about 80% of the slides you're going to have is this particular layout here. Okay, slide 2 says ingredients for our pancakes, and use whatever title that you want there, but this is what we're doing. We have 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to use capital C for cup. We abbreviate as much as possible. One of the rules says it's short, incomplete statements. We're not worried about English. A lot of this stuff, certainly misspelled words are a no-no. But we abbreviate as much as possible, especially with numbers. 1 cup of milk. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1 tablespoon sugar. If I'd spelled out tablespoon, I would continue to spell it out, or use TBS. A lot of different abbreviations for some of these. 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon, which is a little t, of the secret ingredient of vanilla. Okay, that's all on that slide, so we're going to go to a new slide. And like I say, it stays on this particular one. Do the directions for someone that while we're showing the show. Now might be a good time to stop and save the show. Now save it where you want to get it, and usually you're going to do your first name, last name, or last name, first name. So this will be Creighton or John Doe or whatever. And you save it. So notice it's the 2003 version. We're going to change it to the 2007 version. That's PPTX. All of your stuff eventually has to be done in PPTX. And now I've got it saved. I can continue on. Directions say mix dry ingredients in bowl. Remember, PowerPoint is mostly an oral presentation package, which you're going to fill in the blank with your voice. You don't want to put anything on the screen that you can say with your voice. The screen is just a guideline for the audience. Rule number 1 and other rules there say that you don't put too much on one show, and you don't you use short, incomplete statements. Anytime that you hit enter about twice, you have more than about 2 lines, except for quotes, you're violating those rules. The reason I'm kind of I have moved some of the rules around. I can't remember which rule it is, but now I'm looking on page 28 here, and rule number 4, actually I've moved to rule number 2 nowadays. But short incomplete statements, we're going to talk about motion, and of course rule number 3 on that one is about putting your title there. Okay, you try to stay away from the bottom third of the screen, so in this case we're just, you can always make a new slide. It doesn't take much more time, and it doesn't bother the audience to have another slide. So in this case, for slide 4, it's going to say directions, and I'm going to cue the audience in that it's continued. You can spell out the word continued again, like here. You can abbreviate. All right, heat griddle till smoking, or till it's hot. You know the grease is ready. You don't want it overly hot. It's kind of a trial and error thing as you learn how to do it. Add the oil. Pour 1/4 cup batter. Now, would it make any difference if you put periods at the end of the sentence? No, it wouldn't. But then if you put it on one, you'd put it on them all. That's that consistency thing. Be sure you run your spell checker when you get through. Okay, I'm done with that slide. I'm going to go to another slide called serving. Serve two to three pancakes. Depending on how big they are and how hungry the people. Just, again, you'll be talking while you're presenting the show. Okay, rule number 10, of course, says you end with some kind of last slide. In this case, I'm going to use a word art, which you go to the insert tab at the top, look in the middle of the show for word art. Click on what color font you want. I'm going to use this purple looking font here, and use Enjoy. Oops. Enjoy. Probably want to make that somewhat bigger. When you do that, it'll go all the way. Of course, you can watch it. It'll do it for you. And you can go even bigger than that, 120. You can twist it if you want to do it. That may be a little too much. And you can grab it and move it around the screen wherever you want to put it. All right. That's basically the show. You can save it again. You always save as much as possible. Pressing F5 activates the go button, the start button, and you can just work your way through it. Now that's, of course, the basis of the show, but we're certainly by no means finished.